this. I was following this stream from well, actually a follower of mine, which is quite nice, and another fellow coder here on Twitch, Robotic Head. Awesome guy. I think he's from Australia, and he's been doing a bit of testing setup in VUE using Jest, and you run into some issues that I think are fairly interesting to deal with. So what I will do is to see if I can pull down his code. He just pushed up his code to GitHub, and just tell him that I will be dealing with this code in my stream. So I will be dealing with this problem in my stream now. See you later. I hope I will be able to report good news. Right, there we go. Right, we'll see if
anyway,
Robotic Head gets this.
I will probably see you later. Hopefully you'll be able to report good news.
All right.
So if you're interested in Near Beach, which is what I was working on, there's also Near Beach, which is the open source project management system I've been working on.
Okay. Cool.
Which
so
we'll do manual testing today, considering
right.
I can't get Jest to actually work. So
right, this is the one. We're gonna say bye-bye to Robotic Head, like this, and we're gonna take a look at this particular repository and see what we can come up with, if there's any way we can be of any assistance. I am not very well acquainted with VUE, but hopefully I can do some good in terms of coding and figuring out this problem. So let me just get all of these things in order. Here we are. Should be good. All right, let's see. Let's fork this first. I'm going to fork this to my own repository, and I will just clone this down to my local host. We're just going to close this this window. As much as I would love to follow along with what's going on with Robotic Head, I think I need to preserve my bandwidth a little bit. Anyways, let's just get this. I had my terminal open. Let me just clear this out. We can cd out of this one and git clone this here. Right. Oh, did he? Well, let's see. cd unworking view jest, and then we just do ls, and we're good to go. So he's using npm. So let's just do npm install, and we will see what we can come up with this one. Let's see if we have this up and running. Right, 0 vulnerabilities. Apparently no warnings, which is nice, of course. Let's see what we can come up with here. A little bit of snooze, and for those of you who are not familiar with the concept of snooze, That's basically chewing tobacco that you put in your mouth, and that's pretty disgusting, to be honest, now that I think of it. But it is much better than smoking. And I am unfortunately a victim of my own stupidness. And so I started to smoke when I was a young teenager. Now, though I'm not young anymore, but I am addicted to nicotine, which sucks big time. But that's the way it is. Uh, so anyway, let's see if we can get this thing working. So we're just gonna pop this open in our editor and take a look on what it is we are looking at, and what is the problem here. So we have our test, and we have an app spec JS. We are importing mount, right, from VUE test utilities and test. There is apparently a component here where we are different. You can right. Well, we can forget about that for now. Right, and we are apparently importing this home icon from Iconify Icons MD Light. Right, Iconify icon, Iconify. Right, and when we run this, we are getting an error on this import thing. And from what I understand, uh, there is a problem with this particular import, and this is just a repository that Robotic had set up in order to just test problems that occurred in a different repository that he was working on. Of course, a different project, open source, but there's no need for me to pull everything down. If we can get this to work, we should be able to fix this particular problem. Let's see if I can run this spec from. No, that was not it. That was not it. That was not it. So run. We can't. We would have to set up a Jest runner here, and I don't feel like doing that at the moment. What scripts? So we're just saying Jest. Really? So npm run test. Let's see what that does for us. Wow, that's completely different error message. Hello, Yura. Nice to see you with me. I am running a set of experiments on a Vue Node.js, no Vue and Jest library, and for some reason failed at the Vue test one test script. Right. So if I just do Jest, what's going on then? Jest is not so right. Okay, so that's not gonna fly. So nvm list. What nvm version am I on? A 14.8. Right. So nvm use system. Just to switch nvm versions, and I'm just gonna do yarn run test. We'll get the same thing. So npm install. We should be up to date, or perhaps I forgot to run. Oh, Jesus, did I forget to run npm? No, we're okay. I did not forget that. View test. No. No repository field. View Jest. Right. So requires a peer of view template compiler, but none is installed. You must install template compiler. Test utilities requires a peer. So is that the problem? I think that might be the problem. Right. Right. So let's just check that error message. I can't remember that Robotic had got that particular error. So This seems a bit weird to me. Let's see if I... All right, that's not it. VUE CLI. Do I have to install VUE CLI or the global? Right. It might be the case that I need to install VUE CLI. Nah. Well, right. Let's see which one we actually have already. Let's see what sort of dependencies we have. Detox. We don't have VUE CLI. I have Ionic still. Why would I have Ionic? And Cordova. Damn it. That's old stuff. I've been installing a lot of weird shit over the years, I guess. Right, let's just install VUE CLI. See if that matters whatsoever. I'm interested. So I want to see that error message because I've been following Robotic Head's stream and try to point him into some sort of directions. Not because I'm an expert on VUE in any way, because I'm not. I've never really done anything but a simple hello world, and I was in VUE 3, the latest release, and I understand that Robotic Head used um, an early version of VUE, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do understand a little bit about Jest and how to test with Jest, so that might prove useful. Apparently not. What? File already exists. Symlink Vue.js user right. File exists. Remove the existing to user local bin view. So should I remove that really with force? Right. I could force this. It does use the word recklessly, so I should probably be careful. But then again, you only live once, right? So let's just force this, and we will create the symlink again. Live no modules Vue CLI Vue.js, but that's weird. That it wasn't listed here on the npm list, but it might have been caused by the fact that we didn't really use the same that we just did depth 0. Perhaps it is buried a little deeper than that. Who knows? Right. Let's see. Okay, so we got that, and let's see if we can run the tests now. I don't think I will. Jest command not found, so we're just gonna do npm install in this project. Right, and now run test. Jest command not. What are you shitting me? Are you kidding me? View test spawn failed to view test. Right. Oh gosh. Let's have a look at the package JSON. That's not the one. This is the one. Vue Jest is not installed. Vue test. Vue Jest, sorry. Vue Jest, but it is installed here. So why would that be a problem? Is that Is that the problem? Not sure. What is this? Come on, get lost. Let's see if we can get here. Get this up and running. What? Failed at the view test script. Really? Are you right? NVM list. Do I have to switch back to 14.8? NVM use 14.8.0. Right, and let's see if we can. No, that's not it. Right. Command not just what? What do you mean? Command not found? What could you possibly mean by that? What could you possibly mean by? So okay, let's just do the unthinkable, which is basically removing the node modules and doing a fresh install. I'm actually gonna. Right. It's let's just delete this guy and make sure we do a fresh install. Let's see if that helps us. So do npm I. I will probably switch. If this doesn't work, I will just switch to yarn just for the sake of it. It doesn't really matter which one I'm using. At least it shouldn't. Let's see if we can get this show off the ground somehow with that. Right. Let's do this now. This should be a very simple install. Let me just everyone here live now at http twitch.com twitch.com and then, wow, come on, give me a break. Oh, I hate these interfaces. twitch.com/Thomas _ Hochman. Right. All right. Okay, so Jest is not Jest command not found. So what could that possibly be? Jest command not. Do I have to install a CLI on this? CLI tool? Well, Jest is installed, but like in your node modules bin, you can parent that you update snapshots since you. Right, because yeah. Right, so I'm just gonna modify my script here. Where's my script? There it is. Right. Are you fucking shit? Why are you kidding me? No such file. So what do we have in node modules in the bin folder? Do we have Jest? No, we don't. Why not? Oh, because Jest is not free, but Vue Jest is installed. So what are we talking about? npm install -d Jest. Do I need to do that? Is that what it is? But that should be handled by Vue Jest. One would think, right? Again, I am not really acquainted with that with the Vue package. So let's have a look now. Now we have Jest in dev dependencies. Okay, so no, shoots, that wasn't what I was Oh, come on, give me a break. Right. Right. Okay, so npm run test. Let's see. You should get. Okay, so we're getting a different. All right, so we're getting a different error. No, we're not getting a different error. But we're getting this cannot find module VUE template compiler from test utilities. That was the error that I saw was getting to me because it was a missing dependency of this test utilities, right? So let's just do npm install in dev dependencies this VUE template compiler. What is that, a dev dependency? I don't know. Well, it's test utilities. So let's add that as a development dependency. Okay. And now we're gonna run this again. And now we're getting the same problem that robotic head was getting, I think, at least. Just encountered an unexpected token. This usually means that, okay, so it seems that we are in the same place where our friend that was struggling with this, well, that's all good. I think that's a positive thing for us, because it has to, no, it's not exactly the same problem where he had, because he could actually import this, or, well, no, so the way he could make this pass was to remove this import here. And now let's run this again. No, we're not in the same space, actually. We are not in the same place, because this import doesn't work. File name global and template. File name global to users. Unworking view, just test view on line 1. So this is the problem. What? Why would that be a problem? This is a regular template. This is a regular template. That shouldn't be a problem. Why would that give me a hard time? Clearly, I don't know enough about Vue. npm is a Jest CLI. Right, so I probably need the Jest CLI, right. Well, let's save dev. Why would I sell it? I can definitely install it globally, but not as a development dependency. Yeah, installing Jest globally would be a solution, I guess, for the things that I was doing, but that's not what I'm looking at. Package JSON, module file extensions, JS, JSON, Vue, transform that. Right, so we probably need to reinstate this before we do anything else, right? Vue Jest. Right, because I did remove that, so that was a bit of a bummer. Should give me a different behavior now. Yes, now we are in the same spot where robotic head was. Now we have this problem with the home icon. Right. Unexpected token export. Export exactly on that in that file, because Let's just pop this one open and check out line 6 on home.js. Right, we export default data. Right, because we cannot transform these JS files into common.js, into require. Transform bubble jest. Right, let's remove this first, run it again. Now we are in the same place. What? Oh, come on, are you giving me shit for one single comma? That's the thing, that's the spirit. Right, so now we got this unexpected token. Again, it doesn't really tell us import mount. Right, so that is it. So we need this bubble jest thing. We need both of them actually, so that's good. Good to know. And now we should be in this place again. Okay. So view, so it's, I think I need, so view transform form ES modules to come on JS. View jest probably, right? Bubble.js does not transpile import export in node modules when bubble 7 is used. Well, I don't know if I use bubbles. What bubble am I using, by the way? Bubble core 7 bridge 0, right? So that's the one. And then transform ignore patterns. For the record, I was able to fix the issue in my module folder by compiling properly by changing the name bubble rc to yes, of course. And module yes. Transform ignore patterns to my jest config. Change module name to your module that isn't being compiled. Right. Bubble jest, and then we are talking about all these files, internal jest file transform, internal just CSS setup this versions, bubble jest. I could potentially just, but what? Right, but why would that be? That doesn't seem like an interesting thing. Let's just open up this home.js and look, what is it, that body path? So that's an SVG. Oh, that is an SVG. Right. But if it's an SVG, it's still an export issue. Data. JS. This is not the fix for that. This is transform, just transform. And so what does our Vue.js, bubble jest? Right. So let's just change that. Well, that's not gonna help us, I think, because it's only saying that it just takes JSX and TS. We don't use JSX and we're not using TS in this one, so that's not what we're doing here. Plugin trust. This is the plugin I would like to to use. Transform ES15 modules to CommonJS. I think that's the Bubble plugin dynamic import node. It had a similar problem. My advice to you is the following. It's better to have a separate JS. Yeah, okay. Yarn add just bubble core 7 bridge bubble core regenerator. Bubble core regenerate. Well, bubble core is something, but regenerator runtime. What is that? And do we have a bubble? We have a preset here, so let's just set out of this preset and then that's a React preset bubble plugins. Bubble preset React node preset env targets current. Right. Not really on board with that. We tried it with the targets node current. What does that do for me? Require result. Bubble targets node. So there seemed to be an. I mean, it's worth trying. It's worth trying. Let's see if we can do something with that preset env. But why would no? Why would targets? So do we need to say targets like this? I don't really see this happening, but you know, I don't really see this happening. No, that wasn't that. So in my opinion, this is the problem. So let's just back out of this one for now, and then we just say env not pre no, we say it here, right? So we say env and then tests and then, well, we could use the presets, but we need to set the presets. Right, so we could, in principle, tell this guy that we use this preset again, and just run it so we don't add too much code. No, that didn't fly. Okay, so now we're just gonna do this bubble plugin class properties. Well, we don't need that for anything. And we need to change these to, well, let's just select that. Change that to double quotes. Remove the extra comma. Don't need that comma. And I don't need this one. I think this should render some errors because we don't have those plugins. Let's see. Let's see if we get some errors on that one. No. Transform ignore. here's what I write. So let's just by default, if just see a bubble config, it will use that to transform your files, ignoring all modules. If you're trying to use yeah, let's take a look at the documentation, what they are saying here. Jest.js.io. Well, that sucks. Why is this not responding? Why is this not responding to me? That pretty much sucks. And if we get any viewers from Agile Ventures, the online coding community, just get yourself known in the chat. I would love to hear from you. And if we have some other people that are our acquaintances, remember to say hi. I know that Ura is still around. That's nice. But this is like clearly not working. So why is that not working? Jest.io. What? What? Jest documentation. I hate when they provide you with a URL and then things are not working. Just right. So docs en ECMAS. Yeah. Why? There we go. Okay. So that worked. Okay. Let's have a look. Just ships with experimental support for ECMAScripts. Right. With the warnings of the note that you, due to expand nature, there are many bugs and missing features in Jest implementation. Okay. ECM's as a version 14. Right. Transform. Otherwise, configure transform to emit ASM. Execute node. Right. It's not like I got. Ensure you either disable code transform, but I can't disable code transform. Default is Babel Jest. I can't disable that. That's not possible. Because if I do that, then nothing will work for me. Let's have a look. That will not even load the view file. Right, it failed to run altogether. Right, so that's not gonna fly. I need to transform Vue with Jest, Vue Jest and Babel Jest. So how about I do all transform with Babel Jest? Will that even fly? No, nothing to repeat. Well, F you. So we just go and say JS, or can we do this? Or TS, or no, or Vue with Babel Jest. Can I do that like this? Or no, I think it's one pipe actually. It's one pipe. Regex has never been my strong side. No, because it doesn't know how to deal with this. Right, so that's not gonna fly. Oops. We need this bubble jest. But we don't want, so the problem is that we're ignoring node modules. To have some of your module files transfer, you can specify transform ignore patterns, custom transform ignore patterns, because yes, this icon comes from a node module, so we need to be able to have a custom transform ignore pattern. So transform ignore pattern. Why would that be called ignore pattern? Right. So custom transform ignore pattern. How to set to fix jest. Right. Right. ES modules. I had to remove the root directory module. But where do I put this? That's on NX. What is that? Jest. Right. So let's just do that here in Jest. But I can't use string interpolation here, so we're just gonna do can I do just a wildcard? Is that possible? Rooted mode module just pre-transform. Right, ES modules. Bible preset angle. No, that's not. Yes, but that's in the JS config file. Right. Oh. Right. You probably need to ngtel input. ngtel input. Loading. Right. ES modules. Diff. Transform. Oh, so you have ES modules. Okay, so here you can set that. You can do this in you can't really do that in package JSON. I mean, what I just did will not help me in any way, I think. Right. So transforming all matter. Right. We're getting closer, people. We're getting closer in the package JSON. These are all node modules for React Native presets. Package. Right. I already tried this. And the test case. So what is he saying? Node modules. So we can pass this in as an array, and we just say, okay. So I think I might have So if we do this and then we say, what was it? It was something like, where was that? Iconify icons. Can I do that? Can I just do this? Can I just do this? And then just say home. Let's just say home. Just to hard code that particular one. Build, no, build. Build. Just, no, not build. MD, MDI light. But that's not, that's, can I, yeah, let's just try that. But wow, can I no, 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 no. I am really bad at regex. Hi, Robotic Head, and thank you very much for the raid. I missed your I was just so caught up in this, so I missed your chat message. Sorry about that. Trying to fix that problem. I think I have like at least an idea what's going on, and that is that we the transformation, like Jest is transforming your files, but it ignores node modules, and we have to add a transform ignore pattern. I'm gonna actually remove all of these things. Gonna remove all of these things. And the key to success lies, I think, at least, I think that the key to success lies in this line of code where we tell Jest to, do its job on this particular icon. Although I am not 100% convinced that is that. We're still getting the same kind of error as we did before. It's very nice to see your viewers join my streams. Don't be shy. Say hello in chat. I'd love that to know more about you as well. And we will prevail. We will fix this one way or another. But if we say that we will fix this sooner or later, I get the feeling that it will be actually later. The question mark is input because many ignore everything and know much except the React. Right. No, but can I? How can I just do ignore patterns except? Okay, so that's. I would say that, with my limited knowledge of regex, this should be this. So, and then I would like to just pass in like a wildcard here. So we want to ignore everything but the iconify icons. That is my theory, but it's a theory only, unfortunately. Well, so just to fill you in, whoever is watching, and if you have any ideas how we can fix this, then let me know. Hello, Lucas. You're online with me. Thank you very much. So, hello. What I'm doing at the moment, I just got a colleague of mine to join me. For those of you who are watching, what Robotics Head says hello. You don't see that, but if you join the stream as well as the meet, Lucas, then you can watch.
I'll get on it.
All right, good stuff.
Second.
No, but so a fellow streamer here had a problem with setting up setting up Jest together with VUE, and that was pretty straightforward to set up the testing framework. That's totally okay. But what we are having problem with is that Jest is ignoring. Well, so we're pulling in an icon from an external module, like you see here on. Well, actually, let me show it in code instead, right? So if we take a look at this file on line 10, we're pulling in an icon from this module, iconify, nothing extraordinary. And so this import is not being handled by Jest properly, and which means pretty much this in practical terms. If I comment this out, right, if we are not making this import, then Jest is all good. We should be fine, right? Everything is passing. There is no relevant tests here, but the important thing is that this actually works. And as soon as I import this and run this, then Jest is complaining that he cannot. There is an unexpected token export on this particular file, which is basically the icon, and it's nothing extraordinary with that. It's just a bit of SVG code that is exported. So this is the file this is the export that Jest is complaining about. And so the reason for this is that by default, Jest needs to transform ES6 modules, which can be used with import and export, into CommonJS, which is require and export modules, right? So that's the different. That's the Node.js native Node.js syntax, and so that's my theory, at least. That's what we're talking about. Because if this would, for instance, not export this, let's just comment this out, there is a good chance that we get a different message saying that there's nothing to. Or if if I just change this to export modules equals data.
So modules export.
Oh yeah, modules export, right? Sorry, you see, modules exports, right? Or is it export?
Yeah, with an S, yeah, I think.
Yeah, with an S, right? Right. Let's see if we get some error message out of this. But it doesn't really matter if this works or not, because that's not what we want to do. It still can't use that, so we would have to use require in this one, which is something we could try just for the sake of it, actually. If we just comment this one out and we say const home icon equals require, and then we just
delete. Right. Delete the S from the module.
Right. I
think.
I use it so rarely, so I just don't.
Yeah.
Modules export modules. Right. Let's try that.
Oh, from modules, I think.
Oh,
so
from
module exports. Yeah.
Right.
Let's try.
There it is. Right. Well.
I don't know.
Right. So now it works, right? So you see, that kind of proves my theory that it's the transform that is not working, right? This is not how you want to do this. I don't know if you see this, Robotic Head, but you see that if we modify this file and modify the way we are importing this, then the task is passing. But that's not what we want to do. I'm just saying that the problem is with Jest not transforming, or not transforming this particular file. So again, let's back out of this. We don't need this other than just a proof of concept. And so let's comment this one out and reinstate this. This is the way we want this, and that's what's supposed to happen here. And so again, we're in red mode. If we run this, yes, okay. So there's nothing wrong with the package itself. There's nothing wrong with the icon, or all of that is good. It's the configuration of our of Jest, right? So what I came up with, which is something I struggle with, is to use this transform ignore patterns. All of this is okay. This is what Robotic had set up. This is good. I know it's good because I played around with removing it, reinstating it, and so things are failing for me for various reasons. Like this one is doing what it's doing is like it transforms the view, the specific view syntax into JavaScript, right? So that's Bubble's job basically. But so that's all good. But so we can't play around with these settings in any way because they are important. We need to figure out how the F do I make, how can I make Jest to ignore everything but iconify icons, right. So and I found this is a guy that had a similar problem, but he wanted to he wanted to transform React Native and React Native cookies, right? But I haven't yet checked out the official documentation here. Right, by default, the Jest React Native preset only processes the project's own source files, which is what we are doing too. We're processing our own files, but not the ones in Node modules. Even though this is about React Native, the similar thought might apply to what we are dealing with here as well. And if you have npm dependencies that have to be transformed, you can customize this configuration option by including modules other than React Native. By including other than React. Oh. So we need to remove the bang? Is that what we need to do? Because I want to include just this particular one. Not I can exclude all the others. Do you understand? But right. Let's right. But now we have an invalid regex instead, right? And again, as I've been saying to myself, that should have learned regex back in the days. I kept ignoring regular expressions over the years because I couldn't care less. But now, apparently, I need them, right? So
it pops up in those crucial moments.
Yes. All of the other things is not interesting. They are very magical, Robotic Cat. Indeed they are. Oh God. So I have a chapter on regular expressions in my JavaScript course, the JavaScript intro course, and my message to all students is just, yeah, I can tell you a little bit about regex, but forget about it. Basically, just copy and paste them. But then again, there are not many things to copy and paste at this particular moment. So, right, let's see. Okay, so just transform specific node modules folder, or you know what? transform all. Let's just set. It will slow down our test case, but TS files in node modules is not transformed. How can I configure just to process? Right. Let's see if there's just TS transform module presets test transfer. Right. So what is this? Can't transform a folder inside module with TS right? So what is this guy trying to do here? He's trying to transform all of them, or what? The configure that works for me, right? I'm not sure what he wants to do, because there is a bang here. You understand? There is a bang, and the bang tells me that he's actually ignoring something, you know, because I had this setting, right? I already had this. Where am I? You understand? Like this was that, and that didn't fly for me. Yeah. So this doesn't fly. So right. So that's not it. And it's called iconify icons. I didn't misspell anything here, right? Or is it? Let's see if we can find that in node modules. These are the command. There are many of them here. Should I just say iconify icons MDI light? Should there be a like a wildcard here or something? You understand? Like, or iconify view, or
Try it out. Maybe it needs to be specified.
yeah. But that's where my regex things come in short, right? So apart from, so let's try MDI light, and then home. I was doing home.js. I think it was home.js. So ignore everything but this part, right? For me, it's pretty straightforward. I don't even have to. So probably I don't even have to use a regex. I could just say, this is the one I want you to you know, to ignore transforming. But let's try this.
That'd be great. Just
yeah,
have a way around the regex.
So let's just do this. This is what I want to. No, this will actually tell it to ignore. Fuck. Oh god, yeah, oh gosh.
That's why it's regex. So everything else but that. Okay.
Why?
There's still the at. Should that be there?
Yeah, because that's the name of the thing. You see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
we will prevail, people. we will prevail. We're tapping into our lunchtime here, but bam 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 bam. Libdom is promised the declaration minimal. Allow transformation of source compiler. So, but how do you fix that? Or this is a PR, so that's not. Oh, I feel so dumb. At this point, I just feel dumb. for specific folder. Transform bubble jets. Right, so we're transforming everything. Module name mapper. Root mocks, file mocks, that's not it. I got some other jest case. Here is how to do it. Okay. Oh, come on, give me a break. What? What? Node modules P. Default. We're ignoring all node modules. Oh. Oh, so okay, so hold on a second. So if I just set this to this setting, which whatever that is, PNP, I have no clue what that is. And we just remove the node modules from the equation. Do you understand? Let's see if that would work. No, we did not.
Unexpected token.
Yeah. No, that's exactly this, right? It's looking in this home.js thing, right? So transform, ignore. And if I just remove everything from this and just pass in an empty array. So we don't ignore anything? No, that's not it. We are specifying a transform option in your config. And js dot js babel jest. And if we just do right, watch ignore patterns, just watch master and select. Right. It's not easy to muster any enthusiasm to all of this, so I totally understand why we're all quiet here. But so one thing that we know is that the default of transform ignore patterns is this, right? This is a default setting. An array of regex by string that are matched against all source file paths before. If the test path matches any of the patterns, it will not be transformed, right? If we So what if I just pass in? What if I just pass in this, but we say, oh sorry, like not modules? Can we say that, right? Negate this. No, that didn't work. Damn it. That didn't fly. Okay, so let's go to the icon. Where is it called? Iconify? Iconify icons. Iconify icons not transformed by Jest. React, well, that's not the same thing. The code doesn't really match. Right, I've seen this before, right? So what people are saying that you need to edit your Yeah, so you have to ignore that thing, right? This is, but this is done in a config file and not directly in package.json. So you can set up your Jest configuration in package.json, but you can also have a Jest config.js or sure thing, robotic head. See you later. You can have a Jest config.js or Jest RC. So this is basically the same thing. The thing with const with a JS file is that you can, do these kind of things like string interpolation and stuff, right? You can't do that in a package.json file. But I am not, I don't. It doesn't really matter to me now. Just SVG logos iconify to embed iconify design, right? But that's just a Jest logo. I'm not interested in the Jest logo. I'm interested in transforming it. Jest not transfer CSS file input statement. Just syntax error. Let's see. To have, I understand that. Look, you see, I hate nonsense answers. I don't hate them, but of course
They are necessary.
I'm not gonna downvote the guy, but that was like stating the obvious.
True. Is there something to be done in the bubble config? This guy's writing that there's a config so that it tells it to convert ES modules to Node modules.
But I think that is being handled by this already, by the preset environment. Okay. I think so. Okay. I think that the problem is more. So I think that this is more of a Jest problem than anything else. But we could also, because Jest is including Node modules and not Babel, or yeah. Okay. But I'm not 100% sure that what I'm saying is 100% correct, but it could be. Well, let's keep that in mind, though.
I'm definitely not an expert here.
Yeah. Well, neither am I, so.
Well, okay. He seems like it's about configuring Babel for tests.
So basically things like this, like env, like this, and then test, right? And then something like presets for that, and then something here, right?
Potentially something. I mean, I'm not sure where he has it because it looks something like what you also said, that there is a bubble config file that he does it in.
Yeah, but you can do that in package.json. You can do a bubble config .js and then bubble RC. It doesn't it's basically the same thing. The package fetches it. But what does he have here on the bubble plugin transform runtime presets plugins module exports, right? So let's let's put that up on screen here. What you just did send. Is there a link to this somewhere? Was that a Stack Overflow or
forum framework? Just down on just a bit down.
Right.
I'm not sure. Could be out of scope.
Could be. But let's let's just try another thing just for the sake of it. Jest mock, but like in our test, I just want to say Jest mock. I'm just gonna mock this out for to see if this actually. What was it? It was this one, right? Iconify native base. This right. Just generate mock from module. Can I do that? No, I don't think I can do that, but let's try that just for the sake of it. And it's also, if it works, it's still a shitty solution, I would say. Right, so I fucked that one up. Right, let's just set this an empty. Well, actually, let's just set this to that. Right, so it's still the same thing, right? Because he's complaining that he can't mock this out because he can't get this from this home.js. But if I would now just say, just return an empty object, for instance, can I do that? No, I can't. Fuck. Jest.fn. Can we just say that? No.
I think it just needs a last parenthesis.
Oh yeah.
Bracket.
Right.
Then it might be.
Let's try that. Right. So I can stub it out. Do you understand? So I can ignore the import altogether. But again, it's not, in my opinion, a good solution. But it is a solution,
True.
Right. So, and can I pass in wildcards here? I don't think I can. So let's see. No.
Export.
Because we're not.
Decal.
Right. He cannot find that module. Right. So it needs to be mocked properly, right? But again, I don't see this as a for unit testing. Perhaps it could be a good solution, but I am not super impressed with that solution.
Yeah. See. Someone is here using a plugin, transform modules, but that's also Babel.
Yeah. What? So. Yeah. So So Babel transform. Yeah. Let's try that. Babel transform node modules. But so transparent model with Babel and web. I am not 100% sure whether. So I'm not sure whether this is a Jest misconfiguration or if it's a Babel configuration. Do you understand? Right. I am not 100% sure. Preset and use. Ignore browser config. Targets browsers. No, but that's a browser thing. It's not what I want to do at this. This is a unit test setup, so it's not about Babel does not transpile import. This is the problem we're facing, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to transpile all modules. It take a long time, and most of the code there's already right. Query string. Query string isn't. It's right. Transpile the module again. It can be done by modifying exclude property of
Reference.
I'm not getting any wiser here. I don't care about the webpack config. It's like making things so much harder. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
These things can bash your head in.
yeah. And I believe that the solution is so simple. It's right there.
Yeah.
But you just like when we fix this, it will be like, oh shit, why didn't we see that before, right?
Yes, usually is. I was wondering, could you copy over how the transform ignore pattern look, just so I can try to play around with that?
Sure. Let me see if I still have it. Oh, you mean so my Jest? Yeah. So my Jest setup looks like this for now.
But there was something in that ignore thing before, right?
Could be, but I gonna have to find that. Well, I think we can. Oh, come on. All right. Now I'm getting irritated. No, okay. Thank you. There we go. No. No, there we go. Okay. So let's just get that in to fix. Yeah, well, that's not it. Oh, but you know what? TS. Oh, so sorry for not answering your question now, but
No worries.
there might be a solution here. Like if we put this guy on top and we say JS here, and then we say what was it? It was at Iconify, right? Iconify. Well, oh shit, what was it? It was Iconify icons, and then I just pass in a damn wildcard, and that should get all the JS files in the root folder. That's the way I look at it, And
Right.
let's comment out this jest mark. And in my opinion, but again, my opinion doesn't really count here. But how can I pass in the motherfucking wild card? So should I just go dash? No, this one doesn't accept regex. No. So if we just try to really just grab this guy that is failing, this one, right? Really just this particular one. Right. No. No.
Now we're back.
We're back on the same spot. Actually. Not a very happy place. Not a very happy place.
No.
Root, but it did. Get transformer. So, but the thing is that if this one is gone from here, then Jest actually, yes, complains that he can't find it, right? So that this actually, do something for it. But if I just move this down like this, could the order of things have any bearing? No, it did not. Now, so the problem that I have with the solution that we already have in place is that in this case it doesn't really matter, but in many cases you want to use external sources to, this is just an icon, so it doesn't matter for in the long run. But what if you want to use some stuff that actually matters, like to process your data and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to do that. And I don't know if you can use some regex here. No, I say again, I'm not very good at regex, so I will not. Right. And what if I just remove this now and run this? Then this will. What? Why I have something wrong with my package JSON? What did I do in my package JSON? Oh yes, I have one extra comma. One extra comma. Right.
Guy puts this in the scripts because he says that I don't know. When we use the, or this is not React though, is it?
No. This is
Vue. This is Vue. Well, then that probably doesn't work.
Yeah, it's also they all refer to your module name. I understand that, but you can ignore the test. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's let's try that. Actually, let's modify the script. So we will remove this transform from here for now, and in our script transforming, and this one is called at iconify icons. Right. Yeah, well, I have that right. Sorry. So let's just comment this guy out. Well, we made a little bit of progress, Robotic Head, but not much. Now, so what I can do is to add this particular line of code into the test and mock it out. I know when I was observing you, I know that you looked into mocks as well. So if I just mock out this home.js and just tell them that return an empty function, then this thing is being ignored. So the tests are passing. So you're not actually importing that icon, but rather use a stub. But so it is a solution to go green on those tests, but it's not a sustainable solution in my opinion. I think Lucas, you agree with me on this one.
Yeah.
And I keep on struggling with telling Jess to ignore this ignore not transforming this particular module. And in every example that we see, whether it's in JS config, in a Jest config file, or directly in package.json, there's just saying this: we have to pass in this regex that has this bank, so we ignore that particular module. And I just can't get it to work. And whether it's my my lack of understanding how regex works or whatever, I don't know. But that's the story at the moment. Module name mapper. Yeah, it's the same thing here. You see, just dash that node. But why would he have a real path to this one? Not sure about that. Remove the root here.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I'm not even sure that you can use this. Is that like, could that be it? No, it shouldn't be it. Yeah, but I have that installed, right? Right, so I need to remove the mock. And the same thing happens again. Oh, poof. And also, if I remove this node modules, I don't have Jest CLI installed. Well, I do now, so okay, so I can do that because that was how Robotic had it from the beginning. So
Damn, this is strange. It also seems like people write that transform ignore pattern regex differently. So it's like,
yeah,
which one is the right one?
yeah, yeah. So what if I do any JS files, but I would need 2 wildcards here. Can I do that? Right. So we are listening to this regex, just that, but we are not. So dot. So right. But what if we just do? Can we do that, or is this bad regex as well? No, that's an invalid regex because I never learned regex. For fuck's sake. Sorry about the profanity. Yeah. Okay, let's back up. And what if this is just called, without the @ sign? What if that is the problem? It was not. God, thank you, God, for not being so simple.
It can't be that simple.
No. Okay, so okay. Regex in JS include folders, all folders and files, files. Right. Let's learn something. Match all JS files except OF2. File add directory. How can I include all JavaScript in a folder? Right. Well, that's not much of a regex. That was not regex. Match all JS files. Lib jQuery require. What? I'm looking for a regex to match all JS files in my lib except all for jQuery and jQuery.js. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Do we want to put in a node module? I guess.
Yeah. Include all node modules. How to exclude all node modules except for. Okay. Thank you. Node modules. Yeah, but that's not enough. Oh, perhaps this is. Oh, this. Look. Because this guy, he has a dot and then a wildcard. So that would actually move into other things as well. Oh, did you just leave and come back?
Well, I accidentally closed down the tab.
Oh, okay. No, but I got this thing.
Yeah.
Boom. In my...
Scusi.
No, it's okay. Test exclude another way. Node modules to include. I understand that. Let's try this. But let's try this. So we can remove this, and we go this, and then we just do at, what was it again? At iconify icons. At iconify icons. Here we are. What is he saying?
Syntax.
Really? There's a syntax error. Oh, there must be a forward slash here, I think. Or what am I talking about here? Come on. Right, let's just. So this should give me a syntax error too, which is thank you very much for that Stack Overflow thing. I just did exactly what he did, didn't I? Yeah. Node modules.
Oh dear. This is a tough one, man. I think I'm gonna go get some food as well.
Yeah.
Not much help here.
No. I will just give it another shot for like 10 minutes, and I need to eat something as well. Actually.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit hungry here.
Yes. I hope there'll be magic in 10 minutes then.
Of course. You know how it is. The thing is that as soon as I leave this and I am not in the stream anymore, not having you around, then it will pop, come to me or something. It's usually like that.
Yes.
Right. All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. See ya.
See you next time. Good luck.
Thanks. I need it.
Cheers.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Lucas is a great guy. If you're around, you know, if you want to join in and be on audio robotica, that's perfectly fine. The same way Lucas was. So you don't have to, but I still gonna send you a link to a Google Meet if you feel like talking. You can join this one. Right. All right. Regex include regex folders. Absolutely, absolutely. I understand that. Next time or some other time, you know. That's all good. Right. No, that's not gonna fly. Fuck it. Oh. Well, sorry to disappoint you. I don't think I will be able to fix this apart from you adding this. It's at least the beginning. This would be um, you know, a partial solution to your problem. You just stub out that particular module, and you can probably use some sort of a regex inside of this mock, you know, to include those. But you know, in the case of your real project, you had so many of those icons, so it's a little bit of a problem. Uh, but at this point, I can't really see, you know, how I can include that. So this transformation ignore patterns is it could be placed here on directly on the on the script, or you can add this as um, as a setting here. Oh, sorry. Right, but the key to success lies in finding the right way to find the modules or the set of modules that you want to exclude from ignoring. Uh, and this is passing because I'm mocking this out, and if I don't mock it out, unfortunately, it will not pass uh, because of the same error that you were facing. So that's pretty much what I can do today. I'm a bit intrigued by this, and I will try to replicate the same problem in my own projects. But actually, see, let me just check one other thing on my own. In another project, I had a similar, I think I had a similar problem. If you go to my profile, well, it wasn't much of help. Well, I did mock it out, so, but that's what I could do. Now let's go to Craft Academy. This is the company where I work. We have some proprietary code here with some client. Let's see. Bocado client. Let's have a look at the package JSON here. I'm just gonna. Hey Elliot. Fix that, puss. Let's see. I just need to fix one thing here on Z. Kassa registers, then Kassans, then Kassan. There we go. Right. So let's have a look at what we did here with Jest, preset Jest Expo. That's the only thing we had here. That's not much of and in Babel, what did we do in Babel? Babel preset Expo, that was also simple enough. And in the E2E tests, init.js config. Right. No, that wasn't of any help. But in the config, expo as a source, right? Yeah, we resolve all of this in transform assets. Right, asset plugins, expo asset tools. Right, no, that wasn't it. And in the setup, we didn't have anything in the setup. No, nothing in the configuration. No. And it's an iconify transform in Jest. Code transformation Jest. But this, how about this experimental? No, just there's a load your project's Babel configuration. Maybe geologists will inject the Babel plugin necessary for mocking, hoisting, talked about in. If you override the transform configuration, it's no longer be active and you'll need to add it manually if you wish to use Babel. Importing images in a way that include them in browser bundle just to replace the imported value with this file. Yeah, but yeah. Oh gosh. Can I do auto mock? Oh, that's interesting. Auto mocking. Just recommend adding in mocks folder. Mocks are not keeping mocks for node modules that by default when just detects a node module import during tests, it will automate. Oh, that's interesting. But that's no, it's not that simple. I mean, it's tedious as hell. That's not at all what I. That's you could do that with mocks, but generate mock from module. But you can't generate that because you are not doing what you're supposed to do. Oh God. Okay, so just transform all node modules. Let's just, doesn't that transpile it? Not, yeah. Yeah, this is the problem. Another range is connecting per segment outside of a module. I want a script transformer. I want to transform all of them, even though it's not the best thing. Modules, modules. Yeah, exactly. This. So if I set this to nothing, an empty array, that should actually transform those. In my opinion, this should ignore everything. So what if I just simply, what if I just simply put this in here? Basically this. If I just ignore all of the node modules. Hmm. Hmm. Really? Different error, yeah, yeah. But now we're in the same error again. So now the regex kicked in and we are back in the same damn spot, in the same damn spot. But did you try the Jest mock thing in your version, Robotic Head? If you did, let me know if that works with you at least. At your place, at your side, I mean. Sorry. I would love to just say, ignore everything in that folder. Yeah, thanks. Now we got an invalid regular expression. I'm closing in on 2 hours, which is at least half an hour too long at this point. So I will just git status this guy and git git add everything and git commit am, and I will just call this VIP adds working solution using mock jest mock, right? But this is not really what I want, so I will just git push origin main, and I will do it like this. I will just create I will create a PR to your repo from this thing, and you know, you do how can I add file? Why can't I compare pull request? Right, pull request. Right, and that's you, robotic head, from me. Right, so I just create a pull request, and you know, you can have a look at what I did. I wouldn't merge. Well, you can merge it if you want, but because I did add a few other files. Right, exactly, and I show you how I can do this in well, you can remove this line, of course, but we have quite a few things here. Right, so let's call it a day now. I give it my best shot. Didn't quite make it all the way, but I will give myself at least 1 or 2 points for the effort. And thank you for presenting me with an interesting problem set. It's always nice to try to learn a few new things, and it is still relevant even if I don't work so much in Vue. But this wasn't a Vue issue. This is a general Jest and Bubble issue. Jest issue, I would say. I will try to give it a shot again when I have a few moments. Again, thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you for the new follows, and thank you for the raid, Robotic Head. I hope to see you around. Cheers.